to be very high, right? Yeah, just tends to be that way. Like if you were to just go cruising around now, that'll be gone. I'd bet my money on it.
Gotcha.
Okay, so I would say let's try the 2.0 for one more test, and then let's. I think that's about as far as we'll want to go. I just want to see if we get any gains by going to 1.2. So go ahead and share your screen. Sorry, the 2.0. So share your screen. We'll bump that up. And
Hey Shaq, turn willpower logo 100%. Hey Shaq, turn willpower logo blue. There you go.
2.0. I'll try the extra notch, see if it makes a difference. Let's go with 5. Maybe I'll save that.
We're live.
Okay. All right, man. Good to go.
All right, cool.
We'll be done here soon. You can enjoy the rest of your Sunday.
Sunday fun day. It will be a fun day with the waterproof drone, that's for sure. That's a great way to
What
start.
happened to your buddy? He just left you to my drone?
No, I went and got a breakfast burrito on a motorcycle.
Yeah, he's back.
I went going 120 miles per hour on a motorcycle and got a breakfast burrito, and then I saw some cops and waved at them. And I got
You
here.
were eating the breakfast
No,
burrito while you were going 120 miles an hour?
No, I stuffed it inside my jacket, and then I brought it over for him because he was hungry. So I was doing multitasking. It's kind of fun.
I guess.
Yeah.
You're in LA, are you?
Oh, I'm in Newport. I wouldn't do that stuff in LA. I have a really nice road called MacArthur Boulevard. They pave it so nicely for all those Ferraris and rich people, you know. So that road, like, it's easy to just hit 120 around one hidden corner that no one is there, and if they're not there, I just do it for that one place.
So you were on a motorcycle?
Yeah, I have a car and a motorcycle. I have a 2022 MT-09 SP that I just did the performance dampener kit and a steering stabilizer, and man, it is like butter. I let go at 120. I
hope you drive motorcycle better than you fly drones.
Yeah, oh yeah. That's why I'm saying it won't be long before I could fly the drone good, because I wasn't good at the motorcycle, but I've driven, like 30,000 miles over the last few years.
I'm just razzing you, right?
Yeah, well, I know. I love it because I'll be there soon, and I'm happy that he crashed, because like it means that everyone crashes, because that's the way it goes.
Absolutely, dude. Absolutely.
So I mean, if you get discouraged,
expensive stuff, right?
Exactly, or into someone's face, especially into someone's face. That's what I'm
true.
saying. Bodily harm is not. You can't take back someone's scars, but you could definitely buy a new drone. So permanently damage people's minds if you hit someone in the face with that thing, because that stuff will mind fuck you. It's so sharp, those things.
That's true, but it really, if you're, it's really not that easy to really injure someone to a point of like stitches, though. Really, I mean.
There hasn't been freak accidents yet, but that drone could kill you if it hits it in certain areas of your body. It could cut and sever your neck, and it almost did. I had one time the M600 went and got the blades got this close to my neck because it jolted at me, and I was too close to an M600, dude. Got 2 inches away from the rotors to my neck, but I still, like I've been through a lot of things, and you just learn it and don't die, and never do it again. So you just gotta.
Exactly.
So like when I crash the drone, I'm like, okay, that means I suck. I got to do more simulation. But the easiest part about this is that it's a waterproof drone. So if it's a waterproof drone, we're in business. Doesn't matter. Then I can really get good at it because I can just keep dunking it.
Yeah, dude, crashing into the water is a trip.
It is so fun, man. It's like no consequences, pretty much. Unless you go from a high altitude, I'm sure the water isn't forgiving that at 200 feet.
I'm not saying
It'll
any
smash to
latency,
pieces
man.
if you go fast enough. You can't go fast
You're
enough.
not seeing what?
Sorry, I'm not seeing any drop in the latency on the last test. So yeah, exactly. 889. So we don't need to go to the 2.0, that's for sure. 1.8 is high. That's the top of the chart right there. I put the extra notch on there. It actually made quite a bit of a difference. So that's the yellow. So it's only going to get better when I lower that down. The only thing is, I'm not sure I want to do it because the filter delay jumps up quite a bit. So I think I would go back to the 4 notches, bring it back to 1.8, and leave it at that.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that's going to feel pretty locked in. So that should be good. There is still that weird sort of wobble on the pitch. It's kind of weird. But I don't think it's anything to worry about. Okay, so let's finish your updates. Here's your screen.
Oh, I'm gonna re-pull this.
Okay, so the best way to think about this is basically there's the top of the window. And I don't think you need to be there, so you could probably even go down to 1.6 or 1.7 if that's good with you.
Mm-hmm.
I would probably pick 1.6. I'd probably go 1.6. Yeah, there wasn't a big advantage going from 1.6 to 1.8. I don't think so. Let me double check it again.
Was the previous 1.6 before this, just last one?
Yeah, there is a bit of a jump there, so maybe 1.7. Yeah. There you go. That's what I'd do there. Forward. That's where I'd leave that, yeah.
Alright, I gotta go.
Yeah. Do you have any space where you can actually go and take a quick little flight?
Will, is there a place around here you can fly?
What?
Is there a place around here you can fly?
Outside, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where?
How much of a field do you need?
I mean, not a huge field.
I have good, nice, beautiful spots. A big opening field where we walk over there. You want?
Alright, yeah. Alright, yeah.
Well,
We're
in the meantime, yeah, if you want to go over and do a little flight and then and
We
then
can walk
bring a
over
log
there.
pile
We
back.
definitely can.
Alright, cool. We'll be right back.
Okay.
All right, everything looks good here, I think. Yeah. Let me just double check your. Oh, actually, let me set your throttle expo properly now that we have those things on. So you're hovering at about. One sec. Sorry about that. Huh, it's not powered car. That's weird. And 5% power, so that's probably good there.
So, what's the reasoning behind the 0.3?
So that's just the amount that you flatten out the curve at the hover point.
Oh, I see.
So if you hover at say around 25% throttle and you flatten it out around that period or slightly below it is where you'd go. And what happens then is you hover somewhere around here. That gives you the room gives you resolution around the hover point. So if you bump the throttle up, all the way up. This will be your throttle here. This will be your actual output. So anywhere from say 30% throttle, right? There's 25, there's 50, there's 75, 30 to 75. It's a gradual increase, so you don't get this bump up, jumping up and down.
Gotcha.
Right? Mind you, you don't want to have that at 1, but so the key is just setting the right midpoint, and this at about 35, and it could really kind of give you a little more resolution around that period.
Interesting. I've never heard that.
You don't, especially coming out of dives, you don't want to hit the ground, so
Yeah.
it produces this hump here, which will get you, it increases this period here a little bit.
No, that makes total more sense because my solution was just get higher KV motors. Like,
Yeah, some people do
Power
this
through it.
by
Yeah.
like this is how you deal with whoops indoors, but a lot of people put a throttle cap on.
yeah.
But a throttle cap is just all it's going to do is make your hover point at a different place in the throttle. but
Exactly.
It's not going to stop it from being pumpy.
Yeah, no, that makes total more sense.
Let's get out there and fly. Are we gonna do it?
Yeah, we're gonna go.
All right, give it a go.
Let's go.
Collect the log file when you do.
go.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me know how it feels.
All right, you want me to just message you again when we're ready, or you want to stay?
Yeah, exactly. I'll close off here. Just let me know when you're ready, and I'll send you another link.
Cool. All right.
All right, bye.
Later, man.
Just go to the controller. Let's get outside. Get the goggles. Go in the bag over here. It's over here. There's open it up here. Nice. Well, this is pretty interesting. Goggles, bag. It's gonna be real hard. Totally wireless. So it's pretty interesting. get some drone built, so I can good money. Because just getting out there to do that stuff is cool. And people will come to us all day. If we're prepared, they can schedule us, just like this guy's schedule. Won't even bother you. So go to the schedule. Yeah, we'll totally do it. So I'll have the booking system up soon for the e-foil. So that's why I want to meet with that other guy, because he already has it. Right in cool business. Your hair is so crazy. It looks like there's a Joker. It's purple. It's illuminated purple right now. It's like crazy shit. Oh, wait, did it? This die? Oh, you bastard. That sucks. I wonder how long it went for. Probably not very long. Yeah, everything was working, by the way. That was why I'm testing. It's such a cool video because it's live. Wouldn't you say? If that was live with audio, that would be like, wow, this is pretty amazing. Like a live broadcast of a nerd castle. It's pretty much. Everyone with nerd will tune into that eventually. And, you know, all it takes is for people to see it to get sponsored. As long as it's up to the quality it needs to be. So that shit's interesting. What we're doing out there, people are just gonna come right to us. Like, they'll keep doing it.
I mean, that guy was cool, but people.
The people, they bug you a lot. I know. They're never the important people that you meet in person. But having it together, so if they are that important person, they can really go up to and book you, is important too. Because sometimes you might be rude to someone that could have been a customer, or they couldn't, and they're just annoying people. You just gotta get them away. Like, I know what you mean when you fly drones. Everyone's asked questions and it's fucking annoying.
I used to be able to book a spot so I could teach you about whatever on my website.
What happened? Did it ever work?
Oh yeah, I made some of it.
What's the idea? Let's do that, but like even better in some ways or something. I don't know. I've never really got it working booking system on my website yet, but that, if I have meetings with people that have had it work, then I feel like collaborative effort between all of us is going to get it all to work for all of us again. Because when you learn something, you execute it too. It's not like you're stupid. If you knew what's better out there,
Hey there.
Hey guys, how was that?
Oh, that was pretty good.
It was amazing, man.
I thought I felt some kind of flutter, like it was kind of like maybe it was the wobble, but definitely like if I let off the throttle, it would wobble pretty hard. But I mean, we can just raise the idle speed for that, right?
Okay. Oh, why would you get a wobble when you lock the throttle? That's interesting. Let's see. Let's see. Your test flight. Okay. Yeah, there's some noise kicking in here when you drop the throttle right here. What the heck is that? It looks like some noise. It's like 26 hertz. Is that prop wash? Are you landing in prop wash when this is happening?
Possibly.
It seems pretty high amplitude. Yeah, it's probably prop wash. I mean, I can't tell. I don't see what the move is there. Yeah, I don't know. So, like, the only way to tell, if you got something like that, what you need to do is get away from anything that it could be called anything else. So, in other words, fly up in the air and then drop the throttle. Make sure you're not coming straight down into prop wash, right?
Gotcha.
If that's what's causing it, like
That was probably it.
I don't know, like I can't tell, right? So like definitely it's getting noisier there. You can see it in the motor bands, right? But what looks like noise is actually pretty low frequency. So we put and I don't even know if that's what you were referring to. So I can't tell what point in the flight you're referring to that. That's the challenge with that kind of thing, right? So, but if it was something that jumped out at me, I could probably figure it out. But otherwise, I'm kind of guessing at what point in the flight that is. There's no major peaks popping up in the noise profile, so that looks okay. Filter delay is a bit high, but kind of all we can do with it. Yeah, Don't know. What's the idle speed set at?
I don't remember. Let me check.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's doing great. Like it looks like it's tracking pretty good for the most part, but then it's probably too much filter delay.
It's at 7.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you see the idle speed there?
At 7? Sure.
Oh, it's at 7.
Yeah.
Is that what you said? I'm having a hard time hearing you. You guys there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Did you say the idle speed is at 7?
Yes.
Okay. That's high enough then. So it'd be nice to know if this is if it's prop wash, then the only solution is to try to reduce the filter delay and maybe add a little more D-term. But it's not a given that that's going to solve that really. It's tricky. It's not that simple, right? But you're gonna get some prop wash on a rig like that. They're not gonna be the best for prop wash. They're not like a 5-inch, right? It's a 6-inch rig on a 7-inch frame. So it's probably what we're saying. It's pretty extensive. That held for a long time too. So this gives me the impression of like dropping straight down to turbulent air if you were just dropping out of the sky and that thing, right?
Yeah.
But I can't see, like I don't know what you were doing when you were flying here. I can only guess. When did you first notice it? Was it at the beginning of the flight or near the end?
Near the end.
Near the end?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this
I started off a little smooth, and I started getting a little harder and harder, and then like at one point I dropped from a pretty high height, and I just wanted to see how it reacted as it fell, and it just wobbled. But yeah, I fell pretty straight down.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, so it's tricky, right? Because basically, if you look at the filter delay, we're up around 3-point-something milliseconds on the gyro. That's less than ideal. What we want is to have around 1 millisecond.
I'm sorry, how many?
Like a 5-inch rig, I try to get them to about a millisecond.
Okay.
Now, the challenge for this rig is it's not super clean, right? So we can drop that. So what we'd have to do is we'd have to probably reduce the number of notches. The low passes are not even on, so we just got one low pass on at 500 hertz, so that's not contributing. It's a possibility we could drop the RPM filter count because I don't think there's 3 full harmonics. See, on roll, there's only clearly 1 harmonic, but on the pitch, it looks like there's the extra one up there, so you don't want to do that. Yeah. That's 200, so that's going to be 400. And that's 1. That's 200. So that should be 600. That's 400. Yeah, that's definitely harmonic. Yeah, so that's at least the second harmonic. You're probably gonna drop a third, but you won't gain anything by dropping the third notch, the third harmonic on the RPM. There's no benefit of dropping off.
Have you looked at his ESC settings, by the way?
The only thing I can think is reducing the notches. The notch count or the notch, maybe up in the notch, dynamic notch. Yeah. And probably increasing D-term a bit, maybe, but I don't think that's necessarily going to solve it because your D-term is not super clean to begin with, and so reducing filtering on D-term is just going to make that noisier. and that's not going to help you at all. So, you know, you can try some things. It's complicated. So what I would do is I would go out in the field and I would do, if this is prop wash, I don't even know if we're talking about prop wash. I'm assuming it's prop wash, right? You're thinking that.
Yeah, yeah. The
I
way
think
I
you
was
want to
following.
confirm whether it's prop wash or not. So if you're just flying straight, you don't get it, right?
Yeah,
And if
no.
you're flying straight and you just drop the throttle, if you're up high and you're pitched forward and you drop the throttle, would you get that wobble?
I
Or
don't think
is
I
it
did
when-
that. I just kind of fell down, like more right
Oh,
side
no.
up.
So if you,
Yeah,
if you do this and you come down into it, it's gonna wobble a lot.
gotcha.
That's a given for sure. But almost any drone will do that, except for a lifter sometimes because there's so much weight behind it, right?
Hmm.
So nothing can deal with that. The best thing you can do with that is don't land into your own turbulent air. That's a part of like learning to fly a certain way, right? Now, some drones are going to be better at this than others, but by and large, any drone, if you just lift off and then just let it fall down, it's going to. All drones are going to do that. Some are worse than others. A 5-inch, if it's really sharply tuned with very little filter light, will do pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, as long as I like manage the throttle a little bit, I can usually kind of like get it to kind of go gliding down. But yeah.
Yeah. But gyro delay is not good. I'd like to reduce it a bit, but I'm afraid to touch it because I'm afraid of introducing more other problems into your tune, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because, yeah, it's a trade-off, right? We get rid of noise, we got filter delay, so. But what I would do, and this takes some skill, you can't just, you go out in the field and you play around with the D-turn, because by and large, the biggest advantage you're going to get with prop wash control is going to come from playing with your D-turn. I think you have enough D-turn like on there, but I mean the D-turn filter, right? Yeah, I wouldn't add more D. It's well dampened. So again, you could boost the gains. We could certainly push it to 1.8 or 2.0, and you'll see improvements in prop wash then. Usually, yeah, we can do that.
USB-C to USB-C.
Again, I don't know what it is that you're referring to, 'cause I don't see it. So if you want to go further on that, I'm gonna
It's
need a
definitely
video.
very flyable. Definitely.
It is
very.
I just saw the most coolest thing in the world. Like, I've never seen any performance like that in person, and he never did it with his drone. He was doing all types of aerials, all over things, clearing trees by like 2 feet. And then like it was just like, I can't believe that this is the product of your tune. So that's pretty much where I'm at with it. So compared to what it was with this prop guards.
Good. That's good. That's good to know. But like I said, if I always promise that I'll go further on this with any client if they want to try to improve the prop wash. So, but in order to do that, I'm going to need something to work on, right? So I don't have anything.
Well, I guess that's where I got to come in, because honestly, I want to get a better relationship with you, and I don't mind paying you a little bit extra money. 'Cause you
Well,
spend
the
so
problem
much.
is you got to be a decent. And no offense. But you
I
gotta
know
be
how it works,
pilot.
but I'm gonna
You
be
gotta
outside now. If I'm outside
Yeah.
in the water, can I give you those flight logs? Because I feel like that was
You
still.
can give me flight logs, but that's not going to help at all.
Oh, because I can't
What-
fly well
what-
enough to give you the information you need, right? Pretty much.
Yeah, no. What you need is to do prop wash maneuvers,
Okay, I
which
don't
is
know.
split S and land down into your own wash, and then we do that, and we actually have to see some video while you're doing it, so I can tell what's actually happening.
Well, it sounds like a great science project, so I'm totally gonna help.
So, I can come back. Like right now, I have to go take some pictures of a property for a client. But
Yeah.
I can come back and then I can take them out. We can go flying, and I can get whatever data you need.
Yeah, I think what you want to do is you experience something, but you need to convey. One of you need to convey to me what it is that you experience, because I can't guess that, right?
Yeah.
So I'm pretty good at my job, but mental telepathy is not one of the things.
That's where I come in.
Keep practicing.
So in that case, the only way to communicate what you're experiencing would be to create video with a log file, and in the video, then we can look at it together and you say, see that there? That's
Yeah.
what I don't like, Brian. Can you get rid of that? Then I'd be able to say, oh, you're talking about prop wash.
Gotcha.
Because otherwise, I don't know what we don't know if we're communicating the same thing. We could be thinking totally different things.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, definitely.
And it could be something else you're seeing altogether. And I would know from looking at the video that
Yeah.
So that would be great if you can get a little video and no rush on it whenever you're able to get it.
So you just want me to fly a pack, adjust the D, fly a pack, adjust the D?
No, don't adjust anything.
Oh.
Let's first find out what it is you're talking about. What I'm trying to say is I need to know what it is that you're experiencing.
Yeah.
How can you make me see what you see?
Gotcha. No problem.
Got it.
All right. He has a
That's
GoPro.
right?
Yeah, I have a GoPro.
The best way to do
I'll charge all that up
my
in a
answer
bit.
to this, the best way to do that is to go fly, make it happen, and at the same time get video and get data, get log file.
Okay.
So fly, make the thing that you hate happen, and collect it on video and log.
Sounds
And
good.
then you send that to me. Now I don't want a video that's like a 10
Oh.
gigs. So think about how to shrink it up but still be clear enough to see. So 1080 is probably fine if you can get it to that, something like that. It's hard to download 4K videos.
Yeah, we'll just
Just
record.
put it on YouTube. You put it on YouTube, put it on at 4K, it's fine.
We'll just record in 1080 on the GoPro.
Yeah, it'll be amazing. We'll get this
The
done.
only problem with YouTube is there might be a point where I want to take the video and overlay with it the data.
Yeah,
John,
yeah.
so
No,
that
we'll
we
just
can look
record
at
in a
it.
really low resolution, so it'll be easy to work with.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be great.
That'd be good, and then we can address exactly what it is that you're talking about. Yeah,
All right. Cool.
Perfect.
All right.
Okay.
I'll.
but I think we're off on the right foot here. Everything is looking okay though, nonetheless. So
That's perfect. Well, that's amazing, and I'm very grateful for this. I can't wait to see it in a second. And yeah, I'll totally get you that stuff you need. I'm gonna charge everything up. He's got to go do something real quick, and then we'll reconvene in a little bit.
yeah, and before you go, let me just ask you a question. I want to see what props are you using here on this rig?
I don't know. Where's the bag you got?
It matters a lot.
It matters a lot.
An enormous
Okay.
amount. So you might not even realize it.
It's on RC Depot's website.
Ah, you got the Gem Fan 6030s on there. I see it.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
quick.
the picture I sent you.
You can see it. Oh, can you see me?
No, I sent.
No, it's just you wrote it down earlier. When you signed up first, you said it's a Gem Fan.
I'll be like, that's cool if you can see us. That means you can see the crash and all that. I have all that recorded too, the crash. Like that's what's so crazy about this. Like the trial and error part. Like no one gets this right the first time. You go to like Northrop Grumman, my uncle worked there, and it's like they crash it all the time. They just don't talk about that stuff. This is cool
Yeah.
stuff. This is what you're doing. The same thing that you do with a large scale aircraft, just on a smaller scale, man. It's so amazing what you're doing. So I have to say. I'll learn more in a second. I'm new, but I'll get there.
Thanks, man.
Okay.
That's good, but I think the Gem Fan props, like I like Gem Fan props. Generally, they're pretty good for prop wash because they tend to be lighter overall than HQs for the scene. But it's a pretty low pitch prop, but that's not a problem necessarily. 6030, that's what's on it. That's interesting. Yeah, you would think that would be a good prop. It should be.
It seemed great for me. I mean, I saw that thing. I've never seen anything like that.
Okay, anyway, let's go from there, guys. So that sounds good. You can get a little video. It doesn't have to be long, 1 minute. You just need to show where you're getting that fluttering or that shaking, and a little log file at the same time, and let's meet again.
Okay, sounds great.
All right, thanks, man.
All right,
Anytime.
Talk to you soon.
Talk
Thanks.
to you soon.
Bye.
Bye. Dude, this is looking real studio now because I'm able to flip inputs and stuff. It's a multi-cam live studio setup with a wireless system. I didn't realize I was going to design that, but that's what just happened on the fly because everything's just in line right now. And I think it did get you quite a bit outside of production. So that's going to be very interesting. But that guy talked to us before or after you started? That's the question. Was that guy talking to us before you started? Yeah, I don't know. Okay, well that concludes our first real decent live broadcast with some bugs. Wait, wait for the camera. Here it comes. Okay, well that concludes our live broadcast of our testing. That would be our third test. Stay tuned to see what happens this afternoon. It's going to be wild.